Hello and welcome to part 13 of Let's Play Pokemon Pearl. In the last part we didn't really do anything, but it's all going to change in this part. So straight away we meet Owl. He's still off on his own adventure doing something or other, I don't know. I don't know his story, he does stuff. So yeah, these rival battles, I've found generally they've been a lot longer in this game than before. I don't know if that's actually the case or because the battles are actually slower paced than other generations, but yeah, these battles seem to go on for a long time. I mean, I think against Sharon in Pokemon White they went on for a while, but it wasn't too bad. But I found like, yeah, when fighting stupid Owl, he just takes forever to beat, but oh well. So one thing that you'll notice about Owl, when he's putting his team together, he pretty much picks the team that most people are going to pick if you don't include starters, if that makes any sense. Like how most people are going to pick Starly because they want a good flying type, and Starly's probably the best flying type. And then if you didn't pick the water starter, you're going to probably pick this Pokemon because it's probably the best water starter out there. And then also he has a Turtwig, although he actually doesn't at this point, but yeah, he picked the Turtwig, but if he didn't pick that, he would have picked Budgie, because that's probably the best grass Pokemon you can kind of catch. Which is kind of weird. And also he has Ponyta, because that's like the best fire Pokemon you can pick without picking Chimchar. So it's like, I don't know, it's almost pointing out the lack of customization you can have with your squad if you actually want a decent squad. I don't know, maybe that was just me thinking that, but it's kind of sad, you know. I don't know why they would have Owl like this. Why wouldn't they give Owl an actual interesting team? Because that was one of the cool things about Rivals. They didn't have the most imaginative team, but they did have a pretty interesting squad. In this game, they just picked whatever Pokemon you could catch, and because there's no real range in it, you know, you're gonna probably have a very similar team to his, really, unless you force yourself to get a rubbish Pokemon like Squirm, like I did. So yeah, I wasn't too sure in the last part if I was over leveled, and I think I am. I'm pretty sure I am at this point. Because usually the rival battles will be tricky and you'll be like the same level if not lower, but I'm definitely more, I'm level 24 and his highest level Pokemon is 21, so yeah. Although I do only have 3 Pokemon at this point, which is very rare, and I will be sorting that out soon, don't worry. Not in this part, I think next part I get a new Pokemon, so it's pretty cool. Because yeah, I've mentioned this before, but I do like to get a squad together earlier rather than later. I don't mind a bit of grinding. I don't mind doing a bit of, you know, leveling up my team. It's not too bad. You know, you can just go into autopilot mode and do something else. You know, watch TV show or something. That's what I mean. So you're fighting Turtwig or Gruntle, as he's now known. Grotle? Yeah, Grotle sounds better. He's pretty damn good. It makes me think maybe I should have gone with Turtwig. I mean, it's such a good defensive Pokemon, you know. I don't know. If I could turn back time, I probably would pick Turtwig over Piplup, but I made my choice. It's okay. Hot Fuss is still a good Pokemon. I still like it. So obviously Ponyta's gonna get switched in, so for some reason I switched up to Squirm, that I'm still trying to level up. For whatever reason, I don't know. Yeah, not much to say. It's a rival battle. You know, he does actually get. I think he actually gets quite an interesting Pokemon for his last Pokemon. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but yeah, I remember reading that it's something kind of cool that I didn't really expect. One thing I've noticed about this game though is that it kind of clearly favours the first generation, which I think most people would like and would probably say if, you know, if Nintendo asked people which generation do you favour the most or would like to be favoured the most, they probably would say the first generation, but it just, I don't know, it just seems a bit lazy on their behalf. That, I mean, I really enjoy seeing the first generation Pokemon, but come on guys, give me some new shit. So yeah, I just beat Owl, who has a pretty damn boring, you know, storyline. And off he goes again. God, I hate that guy. So yeah, obviously first thing I'm gonna heal just in case, because I'm gonna head to a route, or whatever. God, I don't like Owl. I do not like Owl. He's such an annoying prick. So yeah, you gotta head south, obviously, and then there's a map in case you get lost like I do all the time. So yeah, 2 different routes. I can't decide which one. So I go south. That's the wrong way. Don't go that way. I go left. Also the wrong way. So let's head right instead. Yeah, if you go south to Route 212, someone just blocks your way and says, "Hey buddy, why don't you go over here instead?" God, who are these people? Are they just following me about in a van, guiding me across the land? It's like, oh, he can't go to that gym net. Let's just stand here and physically force him to turn around. Because that's what they're doing. They're Nazis, man. They're Nazis. So yeah, after saying last part that baby Pokemon don't feature a lot, this part features quite a lot of baby Pokemon, including this one, which is the baby version of Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo? I don't know. Can't remember. I remember having Sudowoodo and actually it being decent and actually being a really good Pokemon from the 2nd generation. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Okay, just so you know, I know most routes I say are bad. This is a good route. I enjoyed going through this route. It was fun. There was, you know, Budgies to beat up and bite to death. And a Pichu. I mean, come on. Although I never really liked Pichu, no offense, but it does actually look tiny though. I think this is the 1st generation where they actually sized the Pokemon appropriately. Like how Squirm looks massive compared to that Pichu, because Pichu is tiny. Which is it's cool. It, you know, I guess with the DS they could now do it, so that's good. But yeah, this route is interesting. There's grass, there's like, it's not boring to walk along. You can fight a different range of trainers and they don't all have just damn Geodudes. They actually have a different sort of Pokemon. So yeah, this is me just showing what's kind of in this grass area. It turns out there's nothing interesting in this grass area. Yeah, it's all kind of the same stuff. I think this is the grass you can catch Mime Jr. Don't quote me on that and don't spend like 2 days in the same patch of grass. But yeah, I think this is this is the route where you can catch a Mime Jr. Maybe it's in like certain situations, but I don't know. It'd be hard to tell sometimes. Because sometimes they only come up at night and it's a whole thing. So we're going to go beat up this fisherman. Oh no we're not. Oh cool, we got the good rod. I thought we were going to beat this guy up. Yeah, that's why you always want to talk to the fishermen. They're a generous folk, apparently. And that was the classic Nintendo move. Don't you love that move? The move where they ask you a question and then just they don't care about what answer you give? It's like, "Hey buddy, do you want to learn about this?" "No." "Well, okay then, I'll teach you." 20 minutes later, it's just like, "Do you want to hear it again? Yes or no?" "No." "Okay, one more time." That happens all the time. It's Pokemon where they do it the most, but there are a lot of other Nintendo games where it happens. So. And yeah, here's another. This is just a good route, just fun. It's like in the middle there's a double battle just to make it different. It's not all the same, and I think that's something they kind of learned for Pokemon White a bit more, making it interesting. And no, weather effects don't count as making it interesting, because I don't hate weather effects, it's just some of them are kind of, some of them are just boring. There is the worst weather effect, okay, in any Pokemon game in this game. And I'm going to talk about it when I get to it, but god, it's terrible. Don't pick berries. I just see a batch and think I'm not going to waste my time or the viewer's time picking berries. I don't even use berries. I kind of gave up on them. And Who's that Pokemon that can talk and isn't a Pokemon? Yeah, after saying that you only see Pikachu once, I think I said that, here's another Pikachu. And it was still cool to, you know, hit it in the head with a rock, but, you know. This is the last Pikachu. Okay, this one. I know I said the last one was, but this one definitely is. So, you can quote me on that, if you want. And she didn't even say she wasn't a Pokemon. I was confused. I was like, what happened to this Pikachu? It mutated into some sort of, like, horrible child. It was terrifying. Oh. Although it is cool that they actually show the Pokemaniacs in their crazy costumes that they like to wear. In their cosplay. It's kind of weird that in a Pokemon game there's cosplayers. I don't think there's, like, any other game that does that. I'm sure there is, but I mean, Pokemon do it quite regularly in all their games. You all just go along people that, you know, they like Jigglypuff a bit too much, so they have a kid dressed as a Jigglypuff, and you have that in the game. It's weird. It's really weird. So there's a Mime Junior, which we've fought before. It looks... Is it just me, or does Mime Junior look delicious? It looks like it's made out of biscuits, like Fox's creams and stuff like that. It looks like it's made out of like jam, like it's a jam biscuit, and it looks really nice. I don't know if that's just me. That's probably a really weird thing to say, but I don't care. It does. I would eat a Mime Junior. I'm sure if I dipped it in milk, it would be delicious. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, here's another baby Pokemon. See, I told you there's loads of these baby Pokemon. After saying there wasn't, the game just had to be like, wow. Here's a load of baby Pokemon. Although it's quite fun to fight baby Pokemon because they die easy. So that's pretty cool. And she looks like that girl from Pokemon Emerald. She's dressed exactly the same. I can't remember her name. But you know that rival-ish person? You know the one I mean. She's dressed exactly the same as her. The one I think she's only in Emerald, but I don't know, I could be wrong. And yeah, I have no idea what that rock is, so don't bother asking. Just look it up. I don't know. I don't have to know everything. This is a blind playthrough here, people. Some stuff I just don't know, really. More berries. Oh my god. I should really start using berries. Berries are actually really good. It might sound like I don't like berries, and I don't like the process of growing them and having to pick them, but actual berries are a really cool idea. Giving someone an item and having them actually, like, use it mid-battle is cool. I do like it. So yeah, here's a cowgirl. I think this is the first Pokemon game with cowboys, so that's a step. I guess Japanese people didn't think they were being quite, you know, they weren't catering to American audiences, and every American loves cowboys or something. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I mean, they accommodate for British people with, you know, the posh guys, the guys with the bowler hats. That's clearly meant to be like my dad, or something like that. For the record, my dad doesn't look anything like that. So, yeah, just gonna kill these Pokemon, getting it done. Stupid Squirm! Goddamn Squirm! It's one of the reasons I'm gonna get rid of it later, because its accuracy. Okay, here's a question that I probably should just Google and not waste your time with it. Do Pokemon have an overall accuracy rating? Like, I'm not talking about when someone uses, like, Sand Attack. I'm talking about generally, when they go into a battle. Because I swear Squirm's accuracy is just terrible compared to other Pokemon. And that I have such bad luck trying to hit attacks and land attacks. So I swear Squirm's, like, I know each specific attack has an accuracy rating of, like, say 95 or something like that, but I don't know, I swear Squirm just misses certain attacks that it just shouldn't. I don't know, it's weird, it's really weird. If you've been looking out for it, you will see it. I know it's a bit late to say, look out for this, and this is what I'm looking for right now. I decided, you know, she's got to be like, just bad at hitting attacks. So I decided to go and check, and okay, Slam is quite low accuracy, but still, I don't know, maybe I just have bad luck. So this is the Lost Tower, but we don't have enough time in this part to explore it. So in the next part we're going to, well, not get this Pokeball because we're going to get it now. In the next part we're going to go into the Lost Tower and get a new Pokemon, so I'll see you then. Goodbye.